feel like every time you talk about him, you're never really that angry. Is it because you see?
I said I don't hate the kid. Then he came out yesterday and said, well, now that you love me. Well, I never said I love you.
This is coming from Conor McGregor. He says the rumors of a bout.
Because usually every day there's a Conor tweet. And usually it's something about a fight that probably could never happen.
Dana White, the UFC president, is a polarizing figure in mixed martial arts, known for his outspoken nature and no-nonsense attitude. He's never hesitated to voice his opinions, particularly about fighters under his promotion. Recently, White's remarks about Conor McGregor's choice to fight Logan Paul have sparked significant controversy and debate within the combat sports community, drawing attention to the ongoing clash between traditional MMA values and the growing influence of celebrity-driven events.
What's going on with Jake Paul, Conor McGregor? Is that fight happening or what?
Probably not, no.
Are you closed off to it completely?
I'm never completely closed off to anything. I used to say that about, things, but I don't say that anymore. You never know what could happen.
So do you think that Jake probably has a little bit more to prove to you as a fighter?
He shouldn't even be fighting Conor McGregor. There's weight classes for a reason.
What if Jake can cut to 145?
he just cuts half of his body off.
Hey guys, welcome to some breaking news, and this is pretty bonkers. This is coming from Conor McGregor. He says the rumors of a bout with Topuria are false. I am in preliminary agreements with the Albani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I have agreed. I will then seek my return to the octagon. Now, there is no way I can't see this happening if Conor has agreed, because Conor is going to be the biggest stumbling block. There is no way Logan Paul turns down this opportunity.
I like Logan a lot. Great kid. Who in this room thinks that's a great fight?
He's fighting.
Raise your hands, please, if him and Dylan Dennis is a great fight. I know he's fighting. Nobody? Not one guy?
Then they're going to have these crazy, extravagant press conferences where it gets really heated and they're arguing and they're just going back and forth at one another. And then it's going to be marketed as the biggest fight of all time. There's going to be so much anticipation built up around it. People just can't wait until that day comes. Then finally, it's time for fight night. All the prelims are pretty good. They have like a 20-minute walkout. And it's the most underwhelming fight you've ever seen. And I'll just imagine that Jake wins, Conor gets millions of dollars, and the next day we're talking about the fight being rigged once again. That's exactly how it's going to play out. We've been here like 8 times. Don't fall for it. This fight is going to...
Conor McGregor, a legendary UFC fighter, announced his participation in an exhibition boxing match against Logan Paul, blending combat sports with celebrity-driven entertainment.
What happened was, I went over to Ireland. I received some award from one of the colleges over there. So I told all the fans, meet me at the bar tonight. I'm buying drinks. And all these people show up. Everybody keeps talking about this guy, Conor McGregor. For some reason, whatever it was, I don't know why. I was drinking too. But I thought he was a heavyweight. So I come back and I tell Sean Shelby, our matchmaker, I said, this kid Conor McGregor. He's like, yeah, I know him. I've been watching him. Blah, 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 blah. We end up signing him. So he flies out to Vegas and he and I go to dinner together. And I'm fucking like, I'm blown away by this kid, right? So we leave each other that night. I get in the car and I called Lorenzo. I said, let me tell you what. I don't know if this kid can fight or not, but if he can even throw a punch, he's going to be a huge superstar.
Dana White often praises Conor McGregor, calling him a unicorn in the sport. White admires McGregor's fearless approach to accepting any challenge, a quality that has won over fans and solidified his position as one of the UFC's most iconic stars.
Conor McGregor is a unicorn. Yes, he's funny. He's got the personality. He's got that thing. But at the end of the day, what people really loved about Conor McGregor, he never turned down a fight. There's video footage of me and Lorenzo standing in his house. He just wakes up in his underwear. He's been training for a fight. The fight's off. Conor spent loads of his own money. We told him, you see him sort of absorb it for a minute. He's like, well, I'm going to the gym. Call me later and let me know who I'm fighting. That's what people like. You can have all the personality and all this. People love killers. Conor was a killer. Doesn't care. Doesn't want to know. Doesn't want any more money. Nothing. Shows up and he delivers. Yeah. So, Conor has been incredibly successful. He's made a lot of money. And, he's had his ups and downs outside and inside the octagon. But as for a guy who was, on the dole and was a plumber, He's actually a really smart businessman, and he's been one of the best partners that I've ever had in the history of the sport.
Yeah, and an important part of the history of the UFC.
Big.
He opened it up to all kinds of new eyes.
Yep. He literally, set your...
Logan Paul, a YouTube star turned professional boxer, has gained attention through high-profile fights, including matchups with fellow YouTuber KSI and boxing legend Floyd Mayweather. The announcement of McGregor versus Paul sparked mixed reactions, with some fans eager for the spectacle and others questioning the fight's legitimacy and purpose within the combat sports world.
I mean, this is bonkers on so many levels. You can already see one of the first reactions to it. Toxplicity an hour ago saying a sex pest and a crypto scammer. Lovely. Merry Christmas, everyone. Right? Merry Christmas. Obviously, right now, America is asleep. When they wake up, this news is going to go absolutely bonkers, because you're taking two of the biggest stars in the world. Obviously, Conor McGregor's reputation is in the toilet after everything that he's been through in 2024. I think Logan Paul's reputation has been in the toilet for quite a while. So it's bonkers. The whole thing is bonkers. Obviously, we have seen Conor box before. He boxed Floyd Mayweather.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened?
he paid me. I wish you'd paid me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You got it on you by any chance?
I have in Nigerian money. I'll give you 10 million in Nigerian money. That's about $1,100 money. So is that your only loss was Floyd?
No, I didn't lose. It was an exhibition, so there's no loser.
There's no loser in exhibition?
No.
So you both are winners? It's like a tie. That's
I
not a
don't
good
know.
feeling. It's like tongue kissing your sister or something. It's not a great feeling.
How many chicks hit you up after the
16.
Mayweather fight?
Can I be honest with you?
Hey.
Something changed
Yeah.
that night.
No offense, but I saw you up like after you were like flexing after you didn't get knocked out, and I was like, this guy's gonna fuck so many chicks.
Dana White reacted swiftly and harshly to Conor McGregor's decision, voicing his disappointment and frustration in a series of interviews and public statements. Known for advocating the sport's integrity, White strongly opposed the fight, deeming it a misstep for McGregor. He emphasized that such a move could undermine McGregor's career and tarnish the reputation he built in professional MMA.
What's your brother, 6'1"?
Yeah.
210?
Yeah.
Conor McGregor's 145, 155 pounds.
Oh, he fights that low. I thought he fights like one. I thought he fights like
He's looking a bit thick now. He's looking a bit thick. I think the argument is that he is at such a higher skill level, and that was why Floyd took me on, right?
100%.
I'm bigger, but he's a god.
But what did Floyd figure out? You were so big, and you figured out how to tie him up, and you know what I mean? It's just, there's weight classes for a reason.
Yeah.
And
what if Jake can cut to 145?
he just cuts half his body off. Like, how do you do that?
Jake brought the type of guy to cut off a limb to make a weight class.
do you think he could cut to? You think he could make 70?
I don't think so.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
We're talking about Spain, Seattle, and Chicago, and these other places that we haven't been in a long time. A lot of big fights. I got something in the works right now. I'll drive you crazy. All you guys will be running around. I got something in the works that you will never see coming for 2025. That literally started to come together last night, and we got some fun stuff coming up.
KSI and Logan Paul.
Oh, they're fighting again?
They're fighting on the same card.
Oh yeah, okay. I like Logan a lot. Great kid. Who in this room thinks that's a great fight?
He's fighting.
Raise your hands, please, if him and Dylan Dennis is a great fight. I know he's fighting. Nobody? Not one guy?
One of Dana White's primary concerns was the potential impact on Conor McGregor's legacy. McGregor, a dominant force in the UFC and widely regarded as one of the world's best fighters, risked jeopardizing his reputation by engaging in a fight with Logan Paul. White feared this move could overshadow McGregor's achievements in the octagon, making him more associated with spectacle bouts than his celebrated accomplishments in mixed martial arts.
Conor McGregor literally would fight anybody. I've dealt with 1,000 fighters. So, this isn't the right fight for me at this time. This isn't that. This isn't this. This kid, we've been in the house that he was renting. And when I think it was when Jose fell out, he literally, this is what he said to us. I don't give a who you get. I'm going to work out. When you figure it out, call me and let me know. Conor McGregor is a unicorn. Yes, he's funny. He's got the personality. He's got that thing. But at the end of the day, what people really loved about Conor McGregor, he never turned down a fight. There's video footage of me and Lorenzo standing in his house. He just wakes up in his underwear. He's been training for a fight. The fight's off. Conor spent loads of his own money. We told him, you see him sort of absorb it for a minute. He's like, well, I'm going to the gym. Call me later and let me know who I'm fighting. That's what people like. You can have all the personality and all this shit. People love killers. Conor was a killer.
Dana White recently discussed why Conor McGregor might delay his UFC return. In an interview, White highlighted McGregor's immense financial success and thriving business ventures as key factors affecting his motivation to return to the octagon. White explained that when a fighter achieves significant wealth, the drive to endure the rigorous physical and mental demands of training and fighting often diminishes, making it challenging to reignite the same level of competitive hunger.
With regard to Conor McGregor, what is the holdup with his return?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, the Ultimate Fighter was over back in August, and I can't imagine the plan was for him to be out as long as he's been.
Well, first problem was that he broke that shin bone. He was recovering from that. That was one of the reasons we had it on. The other problem is he's fucking rich. Conor McGregor doesn't need money.
So are we at a point here where Conor McGregor may never fight for the UFC? Can you say that?
If you had shitloads of money, would you be sitting here right now asking me this fucking question?
No.
No, you would not. That just answered your question.
Well, I answered no. So you're saying there's a chance that Conor McGregor will not fight again for the UFC?
I don't know. Conor McGregor's got a lot.
White also highlighted McGregor's lifestyle, including frequent partying and distractions, as obstacles to his potential UFC return. He stressed that, although McGregor has shown interest in a comeback, his current circumstances make it difficult for him to fully commit to the rigorous demands of fighting.
He's a smart dude, and you know, he's actually been one of the easiest guys to deal with.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah. Listen, Conor McGregor would be perfect if he showed up everywhere on time. I mean, if he did that, he'd literally be the perfect guy to work with. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's all part of his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, we have a great relationship, and he's been great to work with.
I mean, on paper, this sounds fantastic, right? This is going to be a great fight. But then you think about who's fighting. Arguably two of the greatest marketers in martial arts history. Of course, we have McGregor, who can sell tickets with his eyes closed, and Logan Paul, who's going to use all of his social media power to get everyone under the age of 15 to buy the pay-per-view. And I think every single person knows exactly how this is going to play out. This fight is going to be set sometime in late 2025 or 2026. McGregor's going to start talking shit early, make personal attacks, yada, yada, yada. Logan's going to make it his entire personality and keep posting videos on social media to promote it and also make some attack.
In response to White's remarks, McGregor defended his decision to fight Logan Paul, framing it as an opportunity to reach a wider audience and elevate the profile of boxing. He asserted that he has always been a trailblazer, embracing unconventional challenges as part of what defines him. McGregor emphasized that the fight with Paul wasn't solely about financial gain, but about pushing boundaries, exploring new opportunities, and continuing to innovate within the world of combat sports.
I would like to fight Conor. I think it'd be really cool.
Do you think you're too big for him?
I could cut to 185, and he's.
But size-wise, Conor was most effective at 145.
Yeah, but we'll always come back to, like, he's a professional fighter. I'm a YouTuber, you know, and so that's supposed to be the give and take of it. Like, why would I, a YouTuber who's own one, have any business beating the great Conor?
Stephen A. Smith has been outspoken about the potential fight between Conor McGregor and Logan Paul. In an interview, Smith expressed his belief that the fight isn't a wise move for McGregor. He pointed out that McGregor is primarily a mixed martial artist and striker, not a boxer. Smith argued that McGregor's UFC skills may not translate well to boxing, especially against a more experienced boxer like Logan Paul, suggesting that the matchup could be a risky endeavor for McGregor.
I have no issue with this fight for a few reasons. Number one, obviously, I don't think he's ready to be back in the UFC. I think he will get his ass kicked thoroughly.
Yep.
These fighters are elite. They take this very seriously, and their definition of being in shape and ready to fight isn't bloating themselves up with muscles and looking good in the mirror. These brothers are ready to throw down.
Yep.
You Conor McGregor, and not only that, Michael Chandler has been calling him out forever. Desperately wants his hand.
Logan Paul has been outspoken about his upcoming fight with Conor McGregor, frequently teasing it on social media. He's called McGregor an average MMA fighter and a horrible boxer, boldly claiming he plans to beat that expletive out of him. Paul has also utilized McGregor's own catchphrases to hype up the fight, showing strong confidence in his ability to win.
I forgave Dylan before this fight started. It was the only way to attack this fight without emotion, trying to kill him, trying to be aggressive. But I mean, damn, he called himself a real fighter. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, real fighter? Hey, Conor McGregor! You see that? I took your bitch, put him on a leash, and took him for a walk! What's a real fighter now?
Smith also pointed to McGregor's previous boxing match with Floyd Mayweather, where McGregor struggled and lost in the 10th round. He suggested that McGregor's larger muscles and slower speed could work against him in a boxing match. Smith concluded that McGregor might not stand a good chance against Paul, and that the fight could ultimately be more of a spectacle than a true competition.
Conor McGregor, because he knows that would be a big fight, obviously, and it's something that he wants, and that hasn't happened yet. We haven't seen Conor McGregor win a fight. I mean, he beat Donald Cerrone, Cowboy Cerrone. Cerrone looked like a deer in headlights, as I pointed out that night.
Yeah.
That's the only victory he's had in 7 years. Well, here's why I don't mind it, though, Shannon. I appreciate this fight because it's pure entertainment.
Yeah.
It's an exhibition. It isn't Jake Paul training with professional boxers, essentially being a professional boxer, but getting in the ring with non-boxers or geriatrics.
During his appearance on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive Dana White made some intriguing comments. He praised Conor McGregor as the UFC's first true megastar, acknowledging McGregor's major contributions to the sport. White also shared some humorous moments, including a blank stare when Logan Paul claimed his podcast was the #1 in the world.
No, it's Rogan's #1 and they're #2 on Spotify.
For that episode.
Yeah.
Because we're the #1 podcast in the world, like unequivocally.
Yeah.
How do we get into a conversation? Well, well, hold on now. How do we get to a conversation where companies...
4 years ago, Dana White was firm in saying there was zero chance of a fight between Conor McGregor and Logan Paul. He dismissed the idea, stressing the importance of preserving the sport's integrity. However, the landscape of combat sports has since changed, and now the highly anticipated McGregor versus Paul bout is scheduled for next year.
On the percentage scale from 0 to 100, what are the chances that Jake Paul ever fights Conor McGregor?
0.
0.
Yeah. Listen, man, I get it. These kids, listen, both these kids, him and his brother, have done a good job of injecting themselves into the fight world. I am a huge Boston Celtics fan, okay? I love Nate Robinson. Nate's awesome, okay?
Right.
Have you ever seen basketball fights? Have you ever seen when fights break out in the basketball court?
Yep.
Yeah. Some of the shittiest fights you'll ever see in your life, okay?
This shift demonstrates how the allure of high-profile, entertainment-driven events can alter even the strongest stances. Fans are eagerly anticipating how this unexpected matchup will unfold and whether it will meet the high expectations surrounding it.
35 pounds smaller or whatever the hell he was, Nate Robinson, and trying to take on Conor McGregor are two different things. It's like his brother. You know, I said earlier this week, his brother lost to the video game kid from England.
Right.
Now you're going to fight Floyd Mayweather? That gets you a fight with Floyd Mayweather? That's pretty crazy. But I get it. There's a lot of money in it. There's a market for those kind of fights. It's not what I do.
Conor McGregor and Logan Paul have been actively engaging on social media regarding their upcoming fight. McGregor confirmed the bout, expressing excitement and affection for India, the fight's location. He'd also teased a potential future matchup with Jake Paul. Meanwhile, Logan Paul ran an Instagram poll asking his followers who would win, with 63% of respondents backing McGregor to emerge victorious.
It all kicks off with this tweet from Conor McGregor at 4:08 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 9:08 in Edda. The rumors of a bout with Topuria are false. I believe he's referring to Ilia Topuria. I am in preliminary agreements with the Ambani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I have agreed. I will then seek my return to the octagon. Shortly thereafter, we got a tweet from Ilya Topuria saying, the rumors of a bout with McChicken are false. I don't fight, nor am I interested in fighting with a rapist.
Both fighters are leveraging social media to hype the fight, engaging with fans and building anticipation for the event.
I do not know. This would certainly qualify as something kind of out of left field that people would get worked up over. And so that's where things stand. Oh, by the way, Logan Paul reacting on social media with this. Some eyes on his Instagram, his story. By the way, he did that? I mean, that's pretty impressive. Nice little background. I guess he has a good team behind it. But there you go. He's reacting to it as well. Reached out to some more parties, and as of now, everyone is quite tight.
What are your thoughts on the upcoming Conor McGregor versus Logan Paul fight? Share your predictions and opinions in the comments.